have just arrived in Nigeria, one of the most powerful countries in Africa. But this country wasn't supposed to be like this. For years, Americans have been warned about coming here. Travel advisories, corruption, inflation, a business environment so difficult that most people would never even attempt to build here. But to the surprise of many, Nigeria has become home to some of the richest people in Africa. Billionaires who built empires in banking, oil and gas, tech, and real estate. So the big question is, how did they do it? And why are these Nigerian millionaires and billionaires so successful? Let's go find out. We're on our way right now to our first interview out here in Lagos, Nigeria. And the person we're about to interview did something insane and changed the game out here in Nigeria forever. Do you know what a unicorn is? A unicorn is a business that grows to become a billion-dollar company. The person we're about to interview was the youngest person ever in all of Africa to build a billion-dollar company. But the story gets even crazier because he built not just one, but two billion-dollar companies out here in Nigeria. And we're about to go interview him where he made it all happen to figure out how he got rich and made his billions, you guys. Come on. How you doing, my friend? Nice to meet you.
I just saw your missed call.
No, it's all good, my friend. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
How are
nice
you doing, sir?
Very well. How are you doing?
I'm good to meet you, man. I'm
good
happy
to
to
meet
be
you.
out here.
Yes,
man.
yes.
You know, this is my first interview ever in Africa.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So good to see you.
It's great to see you as well. And you've had an incredible career already. How old are you?
I am just 35.
Is it true that you were the youngest Nigerian to build a unicorn, to build a billion-dollar company?
Well, I'm not counting, but yes, it seems so.
You built not one, but $2 billion companies.
Yes, I did help build out Andela and Flutterwave, which are both billion-dollar companies.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
Did
you.
you have any idea growing up that was going to be possible, man?
No, actually, I wasn't intending to build billion-dollar companies. But, I just thought if people elsewhere in the world could do it, there was no reason why somebody here in Africa couldn't do it as well.
I love it, my man. Well, look, I came all the way out here from America to make this interview happen, to make this content happen. I have one rule for all my interviews. There's no holding back. We're going to give the younger generation the blueprint on how to build a billion-dollar company in today's world. Can we make that happen?
Of course, absolutely. No holding back.
Let's do it, my friend. Did you come from a lot of money growing up?
No. My father's actually a pastor, so I didn't come from a lot of money, and we started out very humble. But in this neighborhood, God's grace, we're where we are today.
What country are we in right now?
Yes, we're in Nigeria. We're in Yaba specifically, and Mark Zuckerberg actually walked these streets about 10 years ago when he came to visit Nigeria. So this is a very interesting neighborhood, famous for technology.
My first time ever here.
Exactly. Welcome to Nigeria.
Why Africa? Why are so many successful entrepreneurs coming out of Africa?
Well, that's because Africa has the largest proportion of young people under the age of 30. Wealth is a function of your productivity, right? So what's happening is you have a lot of young people with a lot of needs, and you've got a bunch of other entrepreneurs who need to meet those needs. And that's how you're seeing a lot of wealth grow up from Africa. And this trend is going to keep going for the foreseeable future because that's just how the world works.
Have you done business in America as well?
Yeah, I went to school in Canada, and I spent a lot of time in the US during cooperative education terms like, working and learning. All my companies are incorporated in Delaware. So I actually know America really, really well.
What's the biggest difference doing business in America versus Nigeria?
Very interesting. In Nigeria, if you don't make other people money, you don't get to make money. In America, if you don't make money, you can't make other people money. So it's very different. It's very different. But here, sustainable wealth comes from helping other people. So for me, we took people who were earning $100 a month, either on a government job or even unemployed, and took them into careers where they're earning $300,000, $400,000 a year. That's life-changing, and that's how I became wealthy. So it's a remarkably different place.
What was your turning point becoming an entrepreneur, man?
Honestly, I watched The Social Network, and I was like, Mark Zuckerberg's just my age. He built this business at 19. I can do the same. And right there in college, when I watched it, I decided I was going to become an entrepreneur.
Now, you had two companies that reached billion-dollar valuations.
Yeah.
At those businesses, what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Yeah, both businesses have done well over $100 million.
What was your secret to scaling?
Well, it's all about systems. So when you want to scale, the most important thing that you need to do is you need to make things automatic. So, for example, I recruit every week, every month. We onboard new employees, new talent every quarter, and at the end of the year, we do a review. Once you can get to a systemic thing like that, you can go on for years doing the same thing, and you just keep growing if nothing breaks. So building systems and aligning people, very important. One day, my mentor, his name is Joe Lonsdale, takes me out to dinner at the MoMA in New York, and he says, I want you to remember this. $1 billion company is just a bunch of people who could have individually built $10 million businesses who decided to come together and build one business.
So the way they build a billion-dollar company, it's the team.
Exactly, it's the team. The most important thing is the team. I never forgot that. So like I said, my superpower is finding alignment with teams. Let's come together, let's build something big, as opposed to each of us individually build something small. So aligning people's interests is so important.
This is game right here. You know that, right?
Absolutely. I want everybody to know this so they can be millionaires too. I have a mentor, an incredible guy in the US, also a billionaire. And what he told me that was game changing, he said, make money for your friends and you'll never have to worry about money in your life.
The more money you make other people, the more money you're going to make yourself.
Simple.
I'm going to challenge you. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest piece of advice you received throughout your career?
Two poor men cannot help each other. It's the law. It's the law.
So what you're saying is you got to get some rich friends is what you're saying.
Well, I got where I am because of friendships with people who were going somewhere.
Do you have any networking advice for people? Because you mentioned Joe Lonsdale. He's one of the biggest entrepreneurs in America. For somebody that wants to attach themselves, connect with the right people, what would your advice be to them? What's your best?
I started out as his intern, right? I was an intern. So the biggest advice for networking is serve people. How can I help? Those 4 words are the most powerful words in the world.
Don't be a taker.
Don't be a taker. Give, and eventually it will be given unto you.
I'll have to ask you this. Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Who is your God?
Jehovah. I mean, I believe in God. Everything that I have. And by the way, I was raised, this is all I have, right? The belief in God and doing His will. I always make sure that I am consistently doing God's will, and I consider myself just a steward of His resources to work the earth and to keep it.
And how old are you now?
I'm 35.
And if me and you died tomorrow and you could leave one more message with the younger generation, what would that be?
Build. So much of the world still needs to be built. There's an opportunity for you to build there and be of service to humanity, and you'll probably find wealth along the way.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so
and
much,
I like
James.
to connect with all the billionaires that I interview. Could I get your contact?
Absolutely.
So he became a millionaire at 23 and built $2 billion companies. And I think my favorite part about that entire interview is when he said the reason he became an entrepreneur is because he watched The Social Network. And later, Mark Zuckerberg himself, one of the richest men in the world, became an investor in his company. He just gave us an incredible interview. And he talked about where people from all over the world should not be overlooking Africa because they have the largest population of young people in the entire world. We got to keep this thing rolling. Nigeria just got off to a crazy start, you guys. We got to go find our next millionaire or billionaire out here, you guys. Come on. Guys, we're on our way right now to our next interview, but I want to point something out that's crazy about Nigeria. A lot of people don't even realize this, but there are 220 million people that live in the country of Nigeria alone. Okay, the continent of Africa is absolutely massive. There's so much opportunity out here right now, you guys. And beyond that, there's a ton of billionaires that live out here in Nigeria, and we're going to be meeting up with them throughout this entire video like we already have been, you guys. So let's go see who else we can find. How you doing, sir? It's good to meet you. James,
Kennedy.
Thank you for having us out here, man. We appreciate that. And are you developing all this right here?
Yes.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
How long have you been a developer for?
21 years.
21 years, man. And did you grow up in the real estate business, or how did you get into real estate?
I got into real estate by accident. So a friend of mine gave me the opportunity to do a bit of agency work with him doing youth service. And from that, I was able to make my first sale and subsequently start developing myself.
Wow. How many projects to date have you done?
Well, I'm sure we've done over 5,000 units.
5,000 units, man. Congratulations, man. And what was the most amount of money you made in a year at your business?
$50 million.
50 mil, man. Congrats. Growing up, did you have any idea you were going to build a company to that point, man?
Never imagined it. My growing up was not anything like this. There was a time we didn't have a roof over our head.
You didn't have a roof?
Yeah, because we were practically living in my mom's store and the landlord kicked us out. So we spent some time under the bridge.
Was that motivation for you? Was that motivation?
Absolutely. Because you know what it is like. You don't even have a good roof over your head. So what kind of vision are you going to have? What ambition would you have? So like I always say, the moment you give somebody quality roof over their head, their perception of who they are, who they can become, begins to become evident in their thinking. For example, someone told me some years ago that he could not think because each time it's raining and he lives in a duplex and he gets down in the middle of the night, his living room is flooded. So he needs to swim to the door. Do you think such a man will be able to think beyond that environment? Do you think he'll be able to have an impactful business? Definitely not.
You got rich off real estate. What is your secret to becoming wealthy through real estate?
Under promise, over deliver. Your name is the first opportunity for you to make money. What do you make out of your name? What is the integrity behind your name?
You got to keep your word is what you're saying.
Keep your word. So if you tell people you'll deliver quality houses for them, deliver quality houses.
What's the lesson about money that banks don't want people to know?
Banks love everybody to keep their money idle in the banks, rather than money working for them. I'm one of those who believe strongly that for you to be successful, you need to have a huge portfolio of assets, landed assets, whether built or unbuilt, sitting behind your name.
So let me ask you this right here. I'm going to challenge you. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What's the greatest piece of advice you received throughout your career?
Throughout my career,
What's the number one piece of advice that a mentor or somebody taught you about business that changed your life and changed the way you look at business or money?
there are lots. There are
Give me
lots.
one.
One of my mentors met me some years ago and he said to me, "You're doing a whole lot, but you're not very visible." Took me to his office. We sat in his boardroom, compared me to about 3 businesses. And he asked me where do I have sites? And I told him, and he said, "Do you know you are bigger than this person, you're bigger than this person, you're bigger than this person?" And when he said that to me, I really checked. Actually, it seems like I was actually bigger than those people. And he said, "But you know what? For the average person, they may not have the confidence to buy from you because they believe you may not be that big. And so they go and buy from people who haven't done the much that you have done because they perceive them, perception." So he said to me, perception is everything. And he told me again, Coca-Cola is a global name. To date, Coca-Cola is still advertising. So why would you say we are not advertising? Because I was arguing that practically all the products that we were selling had been pre-purchased from conceptualization stage. So there was no need for me to waste the money. And he said, "No, that is where you're making the mistake because you have limited your potential, you have limited your growth, and that's why you may not have those opportunities that would have come to you."
Wow. Branding never sleeps.
Absolutely.
You have to advertise is what you're saying.
Thank you.
My last question for you. With all the knowledge, wisdom, experience that you have, we could give the younger generation one last message. What would that be?
It will be a message that man will saw me in Lagos and took me like his son. What he said to me at a particular point, his father called him into a room and said to him, "What I'm going to give to you is the only thing I'll give to you. No assets, nothing more. I'm going to give you my name, just the same way my father left it for me. And that name is clothed in sparkling white. And so, in your daily action, understand that this sparkling white name should not be tainted for immediate profit because your name will precede you in every room. And it's either you come into that room with people knowing because they don't know your capability. They've not heard you speak, but they are going to hear your name. And when they hear your name, what impression would they have of your name, of you, before you get into that room? It's either they see you as somebody who is reputable, who they can sit with to have a conversation, see you as somebody who they can do business with, or see you as someone who, like you always said, if you must dine with the devil, dine with a long spoon. See you as someone they will never dine with. So never you stain your name.
Can I tell you something? Yes. You have incredible advice, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
I like to connect with all the millionaires and billionaires I interview. Can I get your contact? Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, we just interviewed one of the biggest real estate developers in all of Africa. And we're headed right now to go get our next interview. But I want to emphasize what he said in that interview was the greatest piece of advice he ever received. He said his mentors told him that Coca-Cola, the biggest brands in the entire world, are still advertising to this day. Think about that. The biggest companies on earth, they never stop marketing. They never stop selling. And honestly, that is exactly why at the School of Hard Knocks, we use High Level for our businesses. Because understand this, marketing gets people interested, but systems turn that interest into real revenue. High Level is basically an all-in-one platform that runs our entire marketing and sales system. But this is why that's important, because so many people pay for 5 or 6 different softwares. High Level controls and handles everything in just one place. It builds out and controls our CRMs, our calendars, our funnels, our email and text automation, and it even follows up with our leads automatically so we never leave any money on the table. And that's what I've learned after interviewing billionaires all over the world. I mean, look, we're in Africa. The companies at scale aren't just better at getting attention, they're better at turning that attention into customers. High Level helps us automate that entire process so we spend less time chasing leads and actually growing the business. So if you're serious about scaling your company, all you have to do is click the link down in the description of this video and start your trial using High Level today. Watch your business change forever. That being said, let's go find our next millionaire or billionaire out here in Nigeria. Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. How old were you when you made your first million?
Well, that's a tricky question to answer just because of the nature of what I do. So I'd refrain from answering a direct question to that.
What do you do?
So I'm Group CEO for the Stock Exchange. It's the national stock exchange in Nigeria, probably the second largest exchange in Africa. We're trying to change that narrative to the largest exchange in Africa. Well, yes, I'm the Group Managing Director for the exchange.
You're in finance.
I am in finance, yes.
How is Nigeria going to become one of the largest exchanges or one of the biggest players in the African continent right
I
now?
love that question. So many ways we're going to do it. One, we're going to play on our strengths. What is our strength? One, we've got this very youthful, very vibrant, upwardly mobile population. They love to make money. They're very entrepreneurial. Our culture is strong. There's so much we have to offer to the world. We're going to look to leverage on that as a market. Number two, we have a lot more established businesses. So that really you think of this like a supply and demand conversation. A supply of very good companies that want to raise capital on the exchange, and a demand from people who want to support those businesses, people who want to make money, make wealth from the capital markets. And then on top of that, I'll add creativity and ingenuity, where we start to ask ourselves in my side of the world, how do you leverage on our culture? It's a very strong force now globally. How does the capital markets meet and bridge that divide?
How did you get into the position that you are today, where you're running the stock exchange out here in Nigeria, man? That's incredible.
Very good question. One, I would like to say that I'm very privileged. It's not that I'm the smartest person by any means, but yes, I've had a career that also has been able to help me get here. I schooled here in Nigeria. I did my undergraduate in Nigeria. I was very fortunate to go to the US. I got a scholarship to MIT. So I studied chemical engineering there, made my way to Wall Street, traded derivatives in New York for a bit, came back to Nigeria. I've had very broad shoulders of people to leverage on and to ride on. And the markets also have been kind to me, and some way, shape or form, I found myself in this role after several years of working within financial markets.
What is the number one lesson about money you've learned throughout your career? You worked on Wall Street, you're running the stock exchange. What's the number one financial lesson you've learned that you would instill in the younger generation right here?
Well, I would say perhaps get to a point where money starts to work for you.
Invest your money.
Get to a point. Invest your money pretty much, exactly.
What's the best industry in the next 1 to 2 years that you would be investing in right now if you had some capital put to the side?
I'd say artificial intelligence is definitely, a path for the future. But number two, in any sectors in Nigeria where I sit that really have to do with the future of the country. So whether that's energy sufficiency, whether that's food sufficiency, as a country, it's those sorts of sectors that we're looking into agri as really the next frontier.
How old are you today?
I'm 45.
You could leave one last message right here with the younger generation. What would that be?
Tricky. Now you're making me wear another hat of mine. I'm very big on sort of the mind and psychology. I'd say maybe neuroplasticity. Brains continue to change. They continue to evolve. You can achieve and get your brain to do anything that you want it to be, as long as you have agency, which is a desire to actually say, you know what, I can do this. I can get this done. And you have a few other things like optimism and the ability just to dream and to think. This is what I'll probably leave people with, that anything's possible, really.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's a real pleasure.
I really appreciate that, man. Thanks for the awesome
Real
advice, man. It means
Thanks
a lot.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
I'll give you my phone as well, please.
So Nigeria has been insane, you guys. One of my favorite countries that I've ever been to or filmed in. But what we're about to do is do something even crazier. I'm about to interview one of the richest billionaires in Nigeria. But he's not just a billionaire. See, this guy transformed Nigerian banking forever. And he built one of the biggest banking empires in the entire continent. And beyond that, he committed $100 million to helping the next generation of African entrepreneurs. But we're about to get $100 million worth of business advice and knowledge from him. In this interview, we're about to go interview the man himself, Mr. Tony. Let's go see what he has to say. All right, you guys, so we are right now on the way to the interview. And the area that we're driving through is called Ikoyi. Ikoyi? And this is one of the wealthiest, most affluent places in all of Nigeria, you guys. So it's safe to say that we're really in Billionaires Row right now, and we're about to link up with one. So come with us right now to go meet and interview a billionaire out here in Nigeria. Come on. All right, you guys, look, I don't know if I'm in Beverly Hills right now or if I'm in Nigeria, man. I mean, look at some of these compounds, man. They got some proper palm trees out here as well, man. And look, we are really in a billionaire's neighborhood right now, you guys. So this is about to be an incredible experience out here in Nigeria, you guys. Come on. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir?
How are you?
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to
Good to meet you. Nice to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing
Very
good,
good.
man. It's
Very
nice
well.
to see you.
Nice to
Yes,
see you.
sir.
This is not Tony.
I know.
This way, please.
Thanks.
This is his home.
I don't know if this is a home or we got a resort right here, man. We got he got the tennis court out back.
So it's his home in Lagos. We're usually between Lagos, Abuja, London.
Now, how do you work with Tony? Like, what do you do with him?
I'm his executive assistant.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah,
cool.
so I work with him in his office.
So you work more closely with Tony than 99% of people will ever work with him. Let me ask you this. I always like to talk to people that are kind of in the position that you are, working for a lot of these very successful billionaire entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Tony so successful?
Everything he does is like excellence. It has to be excellent. It has to be perfect.
Perfection.
Yeah,
I love
so
it.
he's one of those.
All right, you guys, we'll move back to the front of the house for this interview, you guys. But hey, you want to know how a billionaire lives? All you got to do is look at their backyard right here, man. Take a look right there. And we didn't even go down to the second one, man. He's got 2 pools, full size in the back of his house, man. So he ain't living too bad over here out in Nigeria, you guys.
This is the most expensive area in all of Nigeria.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the way over here, man.
Body Loan Road.
Okay.
The most expensive.
So this is Billionaires Row in Nigeria.
Bro, this property off the top of my head, I'm looking like $18-20 million. Easy.
That's crazy, man. How you doing, sir? sir.
It's
Nice to meet you.
You're the guy?
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having us out.
Thank you.
I
Thanks
came
for
from
coming.
Texas.
Yeah,
So we got a channel with about 24 million followers, and we inspire entrepreneurs all over the world, highlighting people like yourself.
Yeah,
So
well, good job.
thank you, sir.
Well
I
done.
appreciate that.
And you look so fit.
I'm trying to get like you.
No, you look
I'm trying to
fit.
get like you, man. I appreciate that. For the people that don't know, where are you from? Are you from Nigeria?
I'm a Nigerian, an
Yeah.
African, and I'm from Delta State in Nigeria.
And you've built some amazing businesses. You own one of the largest banks in all of Africa.
Banking is one of our investments. Yes, I started as a banker before I got to where I am today. Today we are diversified.
And what are you doing today?
I'm the founder of Ezodins. Ezodin is our family office that brings together all our investments from banking, oil and gas, power, hospitality, real estate.
And do you know that you're the 60th billionaire that I've interviewed?
What?
You are the 60th billionaire that I've interviewed on this channel.
That's very good.
Yes, sir.
What you're doing is good. People want to learn about those who have succeeded.
Yes,
People want
sir.
to learn about those who have made mistakes so that they too can become more successful than
sir.
some of us that you have interviewed.
And I have one rule for all my interviews. There's no holding back. We're going to give them the blueprint on how to become successful. Is that okay?
And also teach them how to be tenacious.
Yes,
It's
sir.
drizzling and we're here.
We're still out here, my man.
That's
Yes,
what
sir.
business entails.
Can we make that happen?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you come from a lot of money growing up?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Lower middle class.
Yeah. So you didn't come from a rich family, but a
No,
rich
no.
family came from you.
Well, my children can say that.
Yeah,
they are from rich family. But for me, I didn't have that background.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom? What was that moment in your life that you were like, I'm going to go out there and build an empire for myself?
Before talking of the turning point, I want to talk about the attributes that made me who I am today. First is hard work. Two is discipline. Three, deferred gratification, deferred consumption. So what I did is realize early on in my life and my career that without hard work, I can make progress. Without discipline, I will make progress. If I don't make sacrifice today for a better tomorrow, I will make progress. If I don't defer my consumption today, I will make progress. So those were things that helped me. And then turning point was when friends and I took over a distressed bank.
You bought a bank.
Yeah, we took over a distressed bank and turned the distressed bank around. But you see, oftentimes I preach luck, but you have to be prepared. If you're not prepared, when luck comes your way, you will not even notice you had the opportunity.
When preparation meets luck, there's opportunity.
Opportunity.
I love that right there, my friend.
Yeah.
Was the sacrifice worth it? Was it all worth it?
Yeah, significantly. Even deciding first time not to buy a car and rather save the money and use the money to acquire property.
So you didn't have a car for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't have a car for a long
But you
time.
bought an asset. You bought real estate.
So this is my fourth private jet I'm flying.
Your fourth private jet.
Fourth one, but I didn't have a car growing up. But that is what happens when you are focused. And so a friend of mine sent me a message and said, now you can go on vacation. And I said to a friend of mine, I go on vacation, but more important, I do things that give me excitement, things that give me joy. I love what I do. People should define what's important to them in life. What does wealth mean to you?
You gave $100 million to young entrepreneurs in Africa.
It's more today.
It's more
We
today.
said
How much
it.
money? How much money you gave to young entrepreneurs? Tell us, man. Tell us.
Every year we give non-refundable seed capital of $5,000 to each
Why
of
are you
us.
doing that?
We're doing it because we need to democratize prosperity. We need to realize that it is not how much we have in our bank balances that's important. It is about impact. It's about legacy. There's no reason living in so much opulence and affluence when your neighbors are begging for food. So you can't be the only tree in the forest. You need to make sure that there are more.
Can't be the only tree in the forest. I
Yeah,
love that,
it
man.
can be.
You bought your first business in the 1990s. Did you have people that thought you were crazy when you did that? Did you have people that doubted you when you did that?
Yes, they thought we were jokers. But I said to my team then, I said, even when Jesus Christ lived, people thought he was crazy. He lived ahead of time.
They thought Jesus was crazy. You said.
When you do extraordinary things people are not used to, they will think you're stupid. But if you're committed, disciplined, focused, know what you're doing, you get there.
How big is that company today?
The valuation of our businesses today is over $16 billion.
Did you say 16 billion?
$16 billion.
So
Over 16
I
billion.
have to ask you, are you a millionaire or a billionaire? Tell me, man. Which one?
I have more. Yes, I'm a billionaire.
What is the best financial advice you would give to the younger generation?
Savings is extremely important. That's how I started. You earn $1 and you tell yourself it's just $1, I can't save anything. When you earn $1 billion, you won't save anything. So have that discipline. That discipline is so important. Have that discipline of saving. Earn $1, save some cents.
You mentioned save, but you can't save your way to becoming wealthy, though. You have to invest it, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But starting point is to save. And when you save, you invest.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, significantly.
Yeah.
Everything I do, God is the foundation. I mean, everything we are today is because God has prepared us for it.
So you wouldn't be a billionaire if it wasn't for God.
We all are successful today because God. And don't forget, success comes from God.
My final question for you. 63 years old. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Be optimistic about the future. You always think that the times you live in, the worst is never the worst. Just be optimistic, but realize that your optimism cannot birth itself. Be optimistic, futuristic, work hard, stay focused on your vision, and above all, be hungry, and you succeed.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
You got amazing advice. I connect with all the billionaires that I interview. Could I get your contact?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it's good.
Guys, that's a wrap on today's video, man. We just did that interview with the billionaire in the rain. His companies are worth $16 billion. Africa was incredible. Nigeria was incredible, you guys. I need you to stop right now, like and subscribe for amazing content coming every single week to the School of Hard Knocks. Look, we're going all over the world. This is, I think, the 5th country that we've filmed in for this channel, man, and we're not gonna stop. So like and subscribe for amazing content coming every single week. And I wanna go one more step further. I wanna give you direct access to the millionaires and billionaires we interview on this channel. Every week I host live calls with the 8, 9, and 10-figure entrepreneurs I interview on the School of Hard Knocks. If you want access, all you have to do is go down, click the link in the description of this video, and I'll see you inside the School of Mentors, the #1 community for entrepreneurs in the entire world. I can't wait to see you on the inside. That being said, I'll see you in the next video.